This is for your interests and understanding, be it a sub, frenemy, mod, or PA staff. Can't say I haven't explained myself, staff. You may want to take this on board no matter how hard it is to listen to. Really, it will give you an advantage, not me. I can tell you exactly who I am, what I'm gonna do, and you will still mess it up and wonder how I won. Who is Snoods? Well, I'm an entity that exists solely in the game. This is my voice as I have no other. Need more info on real life stuff? You won't get much, but maybe check out Interview with Snoods. So to avoid upsets and misunderstanding and even help mods and staff better deal with me, I will explain myself. This way, no one can say I didn't try. Nah, if you failed to understand me and I took the time to explain, then you need to rethink your position. Some people will ignore this and carry on regardless. You know the type, to call for school. I have issues, this is clear to all. Some of you love me for them, some of you don't, that is okay. If you wanna take the time to understand and get along, that's cool. Some will just be looking for a target to take out their own frustrations on, because they are failing in life. I'm an in-game public figure with issues, I'm an easy target. I mean, why not have a stab at me? I'm all weird and strange. Some of you, knowing there is an issue there, like to use it to try and torment me. Well, that's on you. I will use it as a way to learn and grow. Maybe you can too. I will also cut someone out if they are being ultra silly or rude, because why would I waste my ability to communicate with someone that does not respect my effort? Believe it or not, I have a lot of people I talk with and limited ability, so I will save my efforts for them. Don't come along and talk your trash thinking it's okay because you have seen others do it. Nah, each interaction I have is personal, and each person gets away with something different. Relationships have to grow and cannot be constructed. So if you think it's cool to just pop along and say F you Snoods, like it's cute, and I don't know you well, then it won't end well. You will lose the opportunity to engage with me, well, for at least a week or two. Yeah, I use my ban list and every week or two I clear it and let people try again. And what next? How staff should deal with me. Who are the three people in my head? What are my motives? Staff. Let's get onto that next, as they are least likely to hang around, especially volunteer level staff. If you are in the employments of PA, kinda gotta learn who and what I am. Not wise to assume I'm some small nobody. I mean, you can, if you think that's smart, but when it comes down to the brass nubs, I will have put this out here for you and your bosses will be aware that I tried. You can't like me, I'm a pain in the neck. You know that's your problem, right? You pick the job you do. Did you expect it was just gonna be hero worship as you handed out buffs and smiled at the camera? Nah. You are a paid employee and I am your customer. We used to say, the customer is always right. You know why this is? Because you want my money. So if I'm a little blunt or upset at your failings, your personal feelings do not belong on the storefront. You are there doing a job. And if PA are going to link to volunteers who PA don't hold to account, that reflects on PA. You can't just shift the blame. You, PA, are using such volunteers to your profit, you are responsible for them. Can't control them. Stop using free staff. Stuff like that grinds my gears, brushing off responsibility thinking I will just accept your answer, nah. Ticket retained. I'm old and grumpy with no interest in social games. I have explained my issues and autism to you many times in tickets and given you videos and resources to help with your interactions. If you have failed to adjust and understand, well, that's a failing on your side. I tried. I will show the utmost respect to PA staff if they earn it, if they do their job, as described, and aren't just there for the power trip. You know the sort, hang out on forums all their life, fail in the game but have great social skills, so see the opportunity of a position of power and control. Sadly, such jobs attract such people. Not all are this way, but when the rot gets in there, PA itself needs to sort it out. You know this is fact, or at least I hope you do, so let's not pretend that the other things. Pretending. Like I said, I don't play social games, so pretending to get along, pretending things are not how they are, I won't do that, it hurts my brain. It's wasteful of resources and creates fake information. It may make you feel better, doesn't make me feel better. And let's look at our positions here. I'm the customer, and you're paid to deal with me, so that wage, well, that pays for your discomfort, not mine. I know some of the staff understand, experienced staff, good at their jobs. But there are a few fresh people on your team that haven't quite understood our positions in this relationship, when it comes to dealing with me in the ticket system. Don't assume you are being smart by giving me some spin and the answer you think I want. Think about what you are saying to me and be truthful, else it never looks good for you. I am not bought by pleasantries. Some examples, and I will paraphrase, keep names out of it too, but all tickets are recorded. Forum downvotes. You may tell me they are there to help manage forum content, when I have stated that public downvotes are an outdated punishment and shaming system. You know this, I know you know this, so why play games? And when I ask you, are you okay with this? You will not say yes I am, or no, I think it's bad too. Nay, you will give me some corporate spin, thinking you are being smart. It's not smart, you are not smart if you do this with me. If you tell me it's there so the community can express their feelings, then you have told me, you are indeed happy with the current system, that you think a shaming system is fair and that an unpoliced public shaming is okay on your form. Which is in contradiction with PA's own TOS. So if I wish to make a video pointing this out and it makes you look awful, I haven't done anything wrong, you have. And if you had been truthful with me in the first place, at least I could have put that in the video. Nah, you thought you could give me spin and win. Read my tickets. Do not assume my complaint. Because I'm not a typical thinker and I rarely fit into one of your scripted answers. I have been open with my autism, Asperger's. If you fail to take this on board and use that knowledge, this is your lack of experience and you who's performing a poor job, think back to them tickets. Has it ever turned out well? Saved you time? No. You have always made yourself look bad and it's recorded. So take the time and do your job, read customer tickets and listen. You're not being smart, you're not performing at a good standard for your bosses. You are taking shortcuts and ripping off your bosses that pay your wage, think that's enough for the staff to get on with. TLDL, learn who and what I am and how to best deal with me, and things will go so much better. I'm not some kid gamer, or someone with little understanding of the world. No, life has put me in a position where I have a lot of free time, and I have a lot of experience when it comes to dealing with this stuff. Only limited by my language skills. Let's not play games, you will not win. I used to do this as part of my living. My motives, I'm old-fashioned, I believe in justice and morals, manners, respect, understanding, and good standards. I'm grumpy out of frustration or inability to express myself socially and linguistically. I detest bullies, from gamers mentally tormenting another, to staff abusing their position. I have taken on companies and authorities and won. I know my rights. This way of being does get me labeled as a Karen, so when your volunteer Discord staff call me such, do you realize how small I think they are? You know how wrong that is, right? You call customers Karen in the privacy of the staff room, not to their face. Why? Because you want their money. But PA allows such volunteer staff to represent PA, especially when no rules were broken, and I proved that in a video. Just that volunteer staff didn't like me and had the power to mute. But that volunteer, well, they are a public forum and Discord entity, would be uncomfortable for you to take action. E.g. you gave them power and now you have lost control of them. Well done, was ticketed and no action taken, so PA staff are okay with this sort of thing. Do you know about this Pearl Abyss? Yes, volunteer staff running your Discords, that PA staff link to, advertise and then claim to have no jurisdiction over. That power-hungry mod has complete dictatorship over, Sure, they are a useful part of the community, but they abuse that position if there is someone they don't quite like, someone that would dare question their divine right. We know this sort. And sadly they gravitate to volunteer positions more often than not, because to moderate is hard work, to do it for free. Well, what are their motives? And let's not play games, PA. You're not thick. You know this happens. Just it's easier to pretend it doesn't. I don't do pretend. That volunteer? Carry on, buddy. You exist in a forum and on a Discord. I exist in the game and in my videos. Each time you bully from your given position of power, shit on the Snoods. It don't look good to the real community outside of your chamber. Not me doing this to you. I just record and show reality. Enjoy what you have and don't abuse your position. Else I will take you down. Because of what my motives are. You cannot buy me. Titles, prizes, praise though it's nice, will not change who I am at the core. It's a passion, it drives my being, and I will risk everything if I see someone being mistreated, because I know I can rebuild. So, I could crash and burn, but I won't go away, and this frightens people. I just keep coming back and no one's sure how. It's easy. People aren't that interested, once the drama is over, that reality has vanished for your average person, and only a few try to hang on to it. I have learnt it doesn't matter, pick yourself up and try again. Some say it's living without shame. Meh, it is what it is, but the motives though? Where are my negative ones? Aren't I just painting a perfect picture? Nah. And these aren't all good motives. As they drive me to be a pain in the neck, pick what is right over what is accepted at the time. Can make me very lonely at times, but I would rather spend some time alone than lie. Why can't I just get along? Eh? So not all good, and now I hear, but your ego, your rudeness, well, these aren't motives. And that brings us on to my personalities. You only get to see the most expressive, so you assume that's all I am. Snoods is Snoods. Why would I not be confident, proud, and egotistical and see how people deal with it? It's interesting and it gives people something to get behind. Snoods is there for the player and takes no trash, will not pretend and lie, just to be accepted, nah. This is the personally you get to see because it's the most outspoken. Let's call the next one Snood. Snood is nearly silent. Finds it extremely difficult to converse if more than one person is present. Will not talk about frivolous things. But if you spark up an interesting conversation, one-on-one, it can go on for hours. What's interesting? Well, so many things. And normally I have some hefty knowledge on a lot of topics. I'm old and I love learning, so can normally enjoy what you wish to talk about, if you can get past my poor typing and language skills. But we are talking about real things, not movies or soaps, as I don't watch TV, I don't have subscriptions, and don't watch cartoons. And I may struggle to explain some of the deeper topics, not just because of the limits of my language skills, but your limits and the limits of common understanding. Example. How do you explain probability clouds and how the waves interact in 3D space to form bonds and compounds, and these probability are only simulated as particles in textbooks, for your understanding, but they do not exist. All that exists is probable information, which is an infinite range of diminishing probabilities until consciousness looks, e.g., measures it. This forms reality, and this is why, given it's probabilistic, we see such anomalies as tunneling or wave-particle dilemma and how the textbooks explain it, even uni-level, while they are very basic and not totally correct, I think, model, simulate in images and lack the skills to communicate what I understand. Frustrating. So, when we do form a way to communicate, a lot of people soon learn they are smarter than they thought. Just they didn't know how to express it. Great feeling for all. The third personality, I won't talk about cause, chances are, you will never meet them. And if you do, things have gone very wrong, and then it doesn't matter, why take the time to explain myself? We live in an age of labels and absolutes, assumptions and prejudgments. I'm from a time where the kids used to say, I'm not a label. These days that's all some people are. It's safe, it means you don't have to think, all you have to do is conform to an identity group, don't stand out, don't differ from the rules, and you will be okay. Not very courageous, not a powerful way to live. But it does make you an easy target for organizations to sell you their ideas and products, so this label system is heavily promoted, and anyone not conforming, you're gonna have a hard time, just remember. Snoods is here.